Hey you guys! Today I'm going to be doing another weekly reading for you for the week beginning the 13th through to the 19th of January. Yeah, this week I'm going to be using a new deck that I purchased. I know you guys must be thinking, oh my gosh, like you buy so many decks, and I truly do because I love decks. This one is the Numerology Guidance Cards by Michelle Birkenan. I think that's how you pronounce it, her second name, but I'm not sure. Yeah, this deck is something special. I'm gonna have to make another video like telling you guys exactly what happened to me involving this deck, because this deck is really has been gifted to me by my angels. I feel like this deck is really something special, and yeah, I'll make another video talking about that. And but you guys know, well, I mentioned before in another video that, you know, I really want to learn about numerology. And so I thought to myself, okay, this deck will probably be a good way to kind of just establish like a basic kind of, you know, foundation in numerology, because the person that created this deck, Michelle Birkenan, is a numerologist, and she does other things as well. And she has like other books as well, so I will be purchasing like one of the books she recommends. When you read the little guidebook in this deck, she recommends like one of her other books if you want to learn more about numerology. So I was like, I'll definitely purchase that just to get more of a understanding. But yeah, I do really like this deck, and I really like the way the cards are, because it also has geometric shapes on the cards as well, which is all very interesting. I don't know a lot about these kind of geometric shapes either, so that would be another opportunity for me to learn, because I'm a Gemini ascending, so I always like to learn new things. So yeah, but we'll see what the energies of this week are all about. I was gonna put some other stones actually out, but yeah, seeing as we're getting started, I'll continue on. I won't bother get the stones. Maybe next time I'll put out some other stones. Okay, so yes, we're gonna be seeing what the energies are like for this week. We're gonna ask for a message that resonates with everyone that is watching this video on YouTube. So let's see what's happening this week. At the beginning of the week, we have healing 6-6. Now this is very interesting because I feel like this card is talking about there's going to be some emotional things we're going to be going through, and I feel like this is really to do with some kind of emotional healing in a relationship. So I feel like some relationships might be kind of being analyzed at this time, and that's no surprise because we have Venus in retrograde, and you know, there's a lot of talk of basically, you know, at this time a lot of people are going to be reassessing their relationships with people and even their love relationships. And being that, you know, this is like 66, you know, 6 is about relationships and about love and about harmony and such. So I feel like this is going to be almost like whatever issues have come up in your relationships in the past, they're going to be mended at the beginning of this week. I feel like people are just going to be in a more compassionate space, and it's going to mean that we're going to be able to be more compassionate towards ourselves as well as compassionate to other people. And because of that, it's going to mean that we can heal ourselves, and we can heal ourselves from the issues that we probably have with other people or even with ourselves. And we can also be able to be more kind of sympathetic and understanding towards others. I mean, I think sometimes we hold people and even ourselves to such a standard that it's kind of an impossible standard. Like, we expect certain things of people and certain things of ourselves, and we can put a lot of pressure on ourselves because of that. So I feel like now we're gonna kind of have more of an understanding that we are all human and we do make mistakes, and it is okay to sort of have issues with people, or issues that you're going through yourself internally, and be able to work through them. So yeah, I feel like the beginning of this week is quite positive. It could be quite emotional, I feel like. So some things might happen that might bring up a lot of emotions and feelings, but I feel like sometimes these emotional feelings, they have to come up and they have to kind of come to the surface in order for us to heal from them. So I feel like this is a really positive thing. So the next card is Time Out. Wow, that's interesting. Time out. I feel like this card might be speaking of, at the beginning of the week, again, taking time for yourself. This could be maybe it's a case of being so much about your work, or so much about certain responsibilities that you have, that things might be getting really intense right now, and it might be best for you to just slow down a little bit. Being that this is a 37, I feel like it's saying there's kind of a spirituality that is associated with this whole timeout. It could be saying that maybe spiritually you just have to get yourself back in alignment. So it might be meaning that it might be a really good time to just, even if obviously it's the beginning of the week and a lot of people will be working and stuff like that, it might just be saying it might be good to take a few minutes out of your day just to kind of clear your mind, listen to some kind of relaxing music and just kind of meditate in that space, or just to be able to kind of go into a quiet room and just be able to maybe pray for a bit, or just talk to your angels for a bit. Or if you work with crystals, maybe take a really nice calming crystal like amethyst or something, and just kind of kind of sit with it, and just to kind of bring yourself back down a bit and just kind of sort of de-stress a bit. So yeah, so it might be a good thing to kind of consider that for the middle of the week, especially being that it seems at the beginning of the week we're going to have all this healing stuff taking place. Things might get quite intense for us, going through the healing process. So it might be a case of, after that healing experience, we just have to kind of step back a bit and just kind of just be in a lighter space afterwards, kind of just take things a bit easy. So yeah, and I feel like this card may be also talking of something being created, something new being created on a spiritual level. That just came to me just now as I put it over there. Yeah, something new being created on a spiritual level might be taking place for some of us as well. And I think that also has to do with this healing experience that comes later on. Because obviously as we heal is as we grow spiritually. And so I feel like spiritually we're going to be growing spiritually, and something new is going to be coming out of us on a spiritual level because of the fact that we're healing things from the past. And it's interesting because that's the same thing I came to find at the ending of this year, when I kind of looked back on the situations that I mended with people, and being able to kind of heal from certain situations. It really does help us to grow spiritually, because of the fact that we're kind of leaving behind certain things, maybe the things of the ego, things that kind of prevent us from really experiencing life as a spiritual experience. We end up letting go when we're able to be kind of compassionate and we're able to heal from things. So this might be saying too that something new might be created in the middle of this week, because of the fact that we're healing from things of the past. So yeah, that's a really interesting card. This for the oh wow, forgiveness. Wow, we're really in a healing mood this week. Things are really being healed this week. Yes, it's very interesting. Yeah, forgiveness. Wow. Wow. To be honest, I feel like this is like so speaking of all of what I just said. um Definitely some new beginnings are coming in a relationship. Um that is going to mean that we're going to be in a more forgiving mood, and it's going to mean that we're going to be leaving behind some things. So again, I feel like this is about settling rifts with people. This is about being forgiving to our own selves. And it's really interesting that this has come up as well, because I think on Thursday we have the moon in Cancer. Is it no full moon in Cancer? And so, Cancer is all about emotions and feelings and intuition and all that kind of stuff. So I feel like, that full moon is really going to be impacting a lot of us, because it's going to mean that like I said, a lot of feelings and emotions are going to be coming to the surface, but it's going to create a new beginning for us all in terms of our relationships with others and also our relationships with ourselves. And so I feel like we're going to be in a greater space where we can be more open to forgiveness, and we're wanting to sort of shed a lot of the nonsense that has happened between us and other people. Like, I feel like now it's almost like we're going to be rising above all the petty stuff, and we're going to be sort of getting back to what is really important. And what is really important is loving each other and being caring towards each other, and kind of letting the petty stuff go, like letting the silly stuff. Oh, because this person didn't say hello to me, I'm not gonna say hello to them, and I'm gonna be, so many times we get ourselves in them kind of situations. And I know, because I've done that kind of stuff, I do that kind of stuff, so I'm not gonna act like I'm Miss Perfect and don't do sort of them kind of like just immature stuff. And I think it's saying this week is like a lot of that stuff just has to be gone, and it has to be kind of just reassessed, and just sort of just like being able to move things into a more positive and loving space with other people. But I feel like being that this influence, like in the cards, is like so strong, like this influence of kind of spirituality and forgiveness and letting go of things and healing. I feel like this is going to be really taking place for a lot of us in our personal relationships. So this could be like in our love relationships, or in our relationships to people that are very close to us, whether it could be colleagues, it can be siblings, parents, like people that are close to us, that are in our sort of closest sort of circle of people that we meet every day or socialize with. I feel like that's where like the healing is really going to be taking place, and it's really going to be beneficial to us at this time. So like I said, emotions might be really riding high, and you might feel a bit raw after these kind of experiences. And so because of that, I feel like that's where the middle card comes in, and we have to kind of take a bit of time out for ourselves, to kind of just be able to center ourselves again, because sometimes our emotions can just stir so much that it can be overwhelming. So yeah, just kind of bear that in mind. So yes, it seems like an interesting week. I'm gonna see you guys. Take care. Yeah, I'll see you. Bye.